Hi, I am Lee from Normandy Atelier. Today we are going to paint dramatic bell pepper. I love bell peppers so much. I used to hate them when I was young, but now they are one of my favorite vegetables. I wanted to paint them today in the still life image, and yeah, I hope you enjoy your time with me. For my materials today, I am using an A3 canvas paper. I like to use those because they are easier to storage. I am using acrylic paint. My colors are titanium white, ivory black, metallic silver, metallic gold, light green, scarlet red, purple, and ultramarine blue. For my brushes, I am using number 18 flat brush, number 8 flat brush, number 6 round brush, and number 0 round detail brush. Also, we need a cup of water to clean our brushes and some kind of a paper towel just to dry them. And that is everything we are going to need today. So the first step, I want to do a base coat on my canvas. And for that, I just mixed a dark gray color. I mixed black and white. I added a little bit of blue and a little bit of purple to it. And just to arrive to this kind of a mixture or to this like color, it's really dark. I could have started with only black, but I want to add details and shadows and stuff like that. And I'm going to add black to it in a minute or in the second step to make all that dimension. But starting with the gray, I felt it's a good base for the entire scene, especially later when I'm going to separate um, my table from my background. So yeah, and I'm just using my number 18 flat brush and I'm just going from left to right. Because I have black and white, the opacity of the color of this gray is really great, so it's covering very well. You might want to do a second coat if you want, but if you find, oh, it's streaky, I don't like it. But for me, it's fine. I'm just going to do one coat, and in the second coat, we are going to add all the atmospheric dimension or the light effect, the dramatic light that I am imagining to be in this place, all that kind of things we are going to do, which is going to be really fun. But yeah, starting with the gray is a first step. I wanted to use the ultramarine and the purple because I still have a little bit of them on the tube, and those tube I bought them like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I just want to get rid of them honestly, and I'm adding those two colors to all my painting recently. Today is the last amount that I have of these colors. I'm using the last bit of them, which is great. But yeah, I thought it's going to be great. I could use them in shadows. I could use them in the background, and they can add all this cold tone. This color is really cold because of the blue. And the purple add a little bit maybe of warm because purple technically is red and blue together, but still it's leaning cold, especially again with the gray. And yeah, I just thought of it. It's going to be really cool when we add all other effects later, especially for our paper. But yeah, when you finish, I'm just going from left to right, and I'm with the tip of my brush. If there are some kind of places that I didn't touch, I will touch here. If there are places like they have lots of paint on them, it's going to be level out and smooth out a little bit. And yeah, when you finish, we can move to the next step. Just make sure to dry your canvas. So the next step, we are going to work again on the background and the table. The first thing I need to do is separate our table from our the wall behind it. And if it's here, because I marked it here, if this is here, the halfway point, I want to be a little bit lower, so maybe here. Then I can use my brush to see where is that going to be. Somewhere in here. Can take it from the other side and have a line, and it will be somewhere in that vicinity. It doesn't need to be exact, but I'm just going to have a line from here with white for now, trying to give it like this. And even if it's like now white, we are going to work on it later. I want it to disappear a little bit later, but yeah, we are going to start with that. I don't need white, so I'm just going to clean my brush. I'm going to use my flat brush, of course, my number 18, and I'm going to use the dark color, the gray color that we used before, and blue, ultramarine blue, the purple, the silver, the gold, black, and white, all those colors. I'm imagining it to be somewhere in the dark, so I'm just using black. I want some black, and I'm going with this round motion in general. I am imagining to have my light coming here, and I want it to feel really, really dark everywhere else. So I'm just adding this black all over, especially here. I want darkness in the, like down, like this. All this darkness up. And I'm going to fade it into other colors, but I'm starting with the darkness for now. And my colors are really thin, so they are great for like building the atmosphere. Even here, like even if you have some darkness here on the reminiscent of the what's still on my brush after like finishing, I can use that. Great. Now I can have a little bit of black and gray together. I can just move a little bit here on this vicinity, maybe here a little bit of the darkness down and here as well. So black and gray together with this round motion, and I'm imagining this to be some kind of a kitchen or something, and this is all out of focus. This is why I wanted to use the metallic gold. Now I'm having a little bit of metallic gold and metallic silver, and I am just adding all these touches here and there, especially here in this transitional way. So gold and silver together, and then we'll add this shimmering. Maybe they are pots, maybe they have a beautiful kitchen where everything is like, what is the word when you have paneling for the appliances and stuff like that. That could really work, and there are like reflecting light here in this place here. I'm adding more of these colors with a touch of white now. Here, adding maybe more here, like this. Keep these colors like intermingling and connecting even to the black behind them. Let yourself run out of paint. And now I'm going, without cleaning my brush, I'm going to have white and a touch of this golden color, and I want it really light here up, like a light of beam coming here, beam of light coming here. We could use yellow if you want, but I wanted these cooler color to happen. We could always go something like very directional, but again, I don't know, I felt I wanted soft now. More white on my dirty brush. Keep it like this. Yes. Oh my god, this looks really nice. More white here. I'm just going to add over the white, I'm just going to add more gold color here and fading it away. It will be like sunshine in the morning, and it's reflecting on all these objects that could exist in a kitchen. It could be like a rustic kitchen, a vintage kitchen, something like that. That could be really nice. We could imagine it to be, and of course we are not painting everything in the background. We are just imagining these things to be. And I'm just continue adding now more whites. If you're a brush is overloaded, you could again clean it or something like that. I am lazy most of the time when it comes to cleaning my brush, but something like this. If it's too much, again, I'm going to add more silver here just to make it fade away. And I like this round motion. I'm going to clean my brush. It's too overloaded for me. Very fast. I'm going to add some gray here to do a bit of a transaction here and there with maybe some white over the gray. And I want it to still feel very textured like this. Maybe more black because I don't want to lose the darkness, especially here. More black, yeah. We could do a second coat if you want, but I will just let it dry later and see what do I want. I'm going to add more white here, where the beam is like of light coming. I think we are going to do a second layer now, why not? To add more atmosphere to it, or when it's going to dry. Something like this, we will see. I'm going to clean my brush and we are going to work on our table. I like this dramatic background. For the table, again, I'm going to make it darker and we can imagine it whatever it's to be. So maybe here when there is some kind of the light, I'm going to add this color, the metallic colors together here. So silver and gold together on my brush, going from left to right now, the motion like this, to illuminate all these, like here where our paper going to set, so we can have some shadows and reflection as well. And we can darken that a little bit later. Again, maybe this surface here, it's not from wood necessarily, but it's a little bit reflective. This is what I am imagining it, at least. Maybe we can have a little bit of white, have some lightness. Just on the top of brush, I don't have lots of paint anyway now. It's way less than I had before. And I am just going to make the edges here a little bit softer. Do I want white? Just adding white and silver. Maybe here. It adds this shimmer of light. It's very nice. Going to add gray now. Again, second coat. Continue in these edges here. Adding now black and gray together. So black and gray. And I can do a second coat. I don't want to go overly black because I want to add dramatic shadows. So just like that, I can keep controlling the value of my gray by adding those colors together. So again, black and gray, they can enter here. We can add more black if we want. I don't want to have any places that they are not painted. And even here, I want some darkness. They can enter to the lighter part that we did before. That is great. Even here with the background, it doesn't need to be 100% illuminated. I'm imagining a spot of light that is coming to the center of the table. So the light will feel like this. It's like almost like when we have, what is it called? When we are painting water and there is like maybe a lake or maybe the sea or something like that, and the colors merge. Yeah, this is what I am from the light. This is what I am imagining. Adding this, even the darkness here feels good. I'm going to diffuse this here a little bit. Going now just to add a little bit of black and gray. I want to diffuse this here a little bit and make it disappear. I don't care where is the edge very much. Something like this. Maybe I care about the edge. Like here with white, just diffuse it a little bit. Some black, maybe like this. Yeah, it will be like this. That is nice. More black down here. I have some white, so I'm going to clean my brush. Again, just black now. Adding some black here and here. And now I'm going back to my light tones. So white, gray, and white, silver, and gold. And I can add some lightness here, fading away from us like this. Yes, more gold. I like the golden colors or the golden tone. They are very, maybe they are the only thing that is contrasting very well now from all the gray color that I have. So I can add them, I can play with them here. They feel fun. Again, it's the sunshine, and I am barely having any paint, and I am even adding this here at the edge now over the dark tones. Something like this. And yeah, I'm going just to clean my brush. I want to add some beams of light with white. I'm cleaning my brush very well. I'm adding white with a touch of water. I can just add these beams of lights here, like this, maybe. Something like this. They are just coming away and fading away here. Maybe more white now over them. Diffuse them a little bit, make them softer, make this light way too much dramatic. I like the dramatic effect. And I'm just going with this diagonal light here. Something like this. It's really nice. Let me check it from behind. Yes, I like this. We can keep these beams of light softer, keep playing with them if we want, but if you want to add even some red to them or some primary yellow or something, that could work as well, but I don't want that necessarily. I'm just softening these edges here with some black, and this is too much. I'm just softening this a little bit here and here, even over some of the beam that we did. If we felt like it's too much, more darkness with these tones here. Some kind of a second coat just to soften everything up, adding more darkness whenever we want. I feel like I need more darkness here as well. This. Clean my brush if it's overloaded. Just the black here. And here some black. Some gold maybe here. Maybe some gold here as well, just gold. Make it like this. Just let the edges to be soft and out of focus. We can add a little bit of silver as well. Here and here. just some silver notes. And yeah, this is everything for this step. I'm going to do a sketch of our bell pepper. I'm going to use a piece of chalk. First of all, I need to find the center of my canvas. It's somewhere in this here, in this vicinity maybe. Yes, and this here will be the end of my first bell pepper. And I'm going to do some kind of a circle that will arrive somewhere in here, like this. Something like this. This could be our first our first object, and from this side I want my bell pepper to arrive to somewhere near the, like maybe 1-2 centimeters, 2-3 centimeters near the edge of our canvas, and I want to connect from here to everywhere else. And I'm going to make these segments coming like arcs here. So I have one arc here. It will be smaller from this side and bigger from the other side. So it will be something like this maybe. And I want this to arrive here and in. Something like this. Maybe this is our first segment. And I'm going to do this bump here up. And from this bump here, I can do another bump up here, and I can create this here, the other one, and just organic shape that is coming here. Something like this. Doesn't need to be exactly like what I am doing. Here we will have another one that is coming here, and it's smaller. We are just seeing the tip of it, but here it will be a little bit bigger, like this maybe, coming here and here, like this. And from this side, we are just seeing maybe just the tip of it here to the inside, like this. And from here, we are just going to see these bumps, like this, something like that. Now I can have a little bit of water on my smaller brush, and I can just delete those lines that I don't need. Here, if there are some lines that they are too big, I can just make them smaller. Here, all this like round shapes, that the initial circle that we did, I don't need it anymore. Now I can have another circle in the middle, like this here, or some kind of an oval shape or something. And I can have the stem like this. Maybe this is coming here, this is here coming like this. And it's just is only the first layer. I'm going to add to it more and fix it if it's not if I'm not feeling that it's like what I want. I want these to connect actually. So I'm just going to delete these lines a little bit. I'm just going to make them connect to here like this. Yes. Like this. Yeah, that is so much better now to me. Like this. And now I'm going to have my other one that is coming from this side. It's behind it. I'm going to have the circle, and it will arrive somewhere like this. Almost the same size, but it's behind. And if it's not a perfect circle, that is fine. Again, it's a bell pepper. It's coming from all kind of shapes, and we are seeing this from behind. I'm not sure if I like this. This is too much for me. Let me check. I'm going to add the stem at the end, I felt. From here, just behind, I'm going to have this line coming here. And it's coming from this side. It's going to be bigger like this, and maybe like this. Something like that. That could work. It's just an organic shape. Here I have like another circle or whatever, like organic shape for the stem, and we will have the stem coming here like this maybe, and it's like coming here like this from this side. And here I can start this I can connect those outline to the inside. So this one here coming, which is great. Now I can have this one here, this one here, this one here, 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 like this. And now I'm going to delete the initial circle, just a little bit of water. I don't want the circle at this point. Going to keep this from behind, but maybe just make it more like bumpy like this. I don't want the line inside, and I don't want it to feel like it's an aubergine or an eggplant. Like this. To feel like really big here. Maybe it's too much. This one here, it's not needed. That's why it's too much. I'm adding too much segments, and it's going to be in the shadow most in the general, so I don't really concerned about it. I'm going to make it really dark. Maybe it's just too long. This is why it feels like an aubergine. So I'm just going to have a little bit of water. Again, the chalk is easier to erase, and we can make it shorter. Like this, yeah. Just to make it almost at the same at the same high at this one. I'm just removing this here. I feel like there is something wrong with it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it just needs to be up, and it's coming a little bit like this, and coming like this here. I just fixed it a little bit. I don't know, it feels wrong to me, and I don't know why I have this feeling. Just a little bit of water, clean this, it's fine. We are going to add shadows anyway. And with a little bit of a sponge, I can just get rid of all the chalk marks, like this. I added a little bit of water on it. Now I want it bigger. Like I don't want it to feel round. So I'm just going to delete these lines here and just make it squarish, I feel. I don't know. Maybe this line here is not needed at all, actually. I'm going to remove this. Something like this. And I think we are going to fix it when we paint. So yeah, next step we are going to paint. So the next step we are going to do the first coat on our papers. I'm going to use black, white, maybe blue, purple. I'm not sure if I'm going to use purple, but also my light green and my scarlet red. But I'm going to mix them a little bit to do maybe darker shades. So I'm going to use ultramarine and the green together to get a little bit of a darker green and maybe a touch of white. See, I'm getting a darker green shade, which is very beautiful. Maybe more green because it was too dark. For me, the ultramarine is really strong. And I'm going, I don't want the blue, so I'm just adding the green. And I'm going to paint the entire thing. And only the stem, I'm not going to paint the stem here, I'm going to make it darker. Not too vibrant, just add more green to the mix until we find the perfect color that I am searching for. Yeah, like this. And I am just arriving here to the chalk mark that I did. Even here around this, it's fine. And I feel it's easier to start with this, with the behind object, and when they move to the in front object. And I'm just coloring this. I am not paying any attention to the shape or to the strokes that I am making. Just something, I'm just filling this up. Here inside I'm just going to add a little bit of black with my green, and I'm just doing this here, soft edges in it, something like this. And while I have this color, I'm going to add this here in the middle, the black on my dirty brush. It has a little bit of a green on it. I'm going to clean my brush because I don't want more darkness, more green actually. And I'm going to use my red with touch of purple on it. I'm not going to add black to it. We can add even a touch of ultramarine, but I feel like the purple is already have blue on it, so it will be great to add to make it this ruby color. It's very beautiful. Yeah, look how pretty this is. And I'm just going to paint the entire thing, and I can't. Actually, I'm going to keep a little bit of my chalk marks a little bit visible, so at least here, this one here, I think it's going to be more visible than the other one, so I can understand where are these segments are happening. Maybe here, because I did a really bad job at this one. Add the sketch, but it's fine. I love this color. I am adding all these here now. And adding this one here up. This, yes. Oh my god, this color is gorgeous. Just here fix this edge because it's too soft for me. Yes, like that. That looks great for now. I'm going to have just my black color. I'm just going to set them with a little bit of a shadow immediately. The shadow will be the strongest when it's contacting the object, and it will be lighter and fading away like this. And I have moisture on my brush, and that is helping a lot to add this effect like this. Now I'm having more black for this one here. Even like here, this could be all black like this because the light is there like this. And maybe from this side it's coming like this. Again, here we can darken it a little bit. And I'm going to add more black just here in the contact place, just to enhance that shadow and let it fade away here as well, because I had too much moisture on the canvas on the brush like that. That looks really great and dramatic. Again, I have my darkest color, so I'm going to clean my brush, and I can start immediately the reflection. So maybe the reflection is happening here, and I am not going to do a photorealism here. I'm just adding these colors like this on the table, and from here this dark green color maybe coming like this here. It's too much on my brush, so it's fine. I'm just going, I don't know what to do with it. Maybe with some black here. Good. Just going to get a paper towel and try to get rid of it like this as much as I can, maybe with a touch of water. Okay, that is great. I fixed it. I'm just going to get a little bit of the green color, dab it on even my paper towel. I don't want a lot. And I'm just going to add touches of green here as a reflection, like this. Not a lot. And even the color that they can go into each other, because this reflection is happening like this. Yes. A touch of red here. Again, I'm going back to a little bit of green. The green is taking over easily, and I'm just mixing the green with the here together. Yes, something like this. I feel like I want more green, like this. Yeah. Not a lot of paint, some water, and that will work. Even some here. That is great, and that is everything for this step. The next step, I want to start add reflections and separation between the segments and all that kind of things for our paper. And I'm going to start with this green paper. I'm going to start with some lighter colors, maybe just white and green. My green from the tube, the light green color, which is very strong color. And I can just indicate where are the light is going to be and all that kind of things. I want, first of all, a segments to be here. So I can have this segments here. One. I want another one maybe here, coming like this. We have one coming here and one's coming here. Like this. Now I can go to my dark green color that I mixed with this color together. This is too much. I can add a little bit of blue to it with the green. Mix it here a little bit up. And I feel like here it's going to have this line here, maybe, and maybe a little bit of a line here from this side, like this. It's just the separation between them, and from this side here. And I'm going to add a little bit of black now to my brush with my so black and green. I want a really darker color from down here. Yes. This darker green is really nice now. It's adding all these shadows, and it's going to be really dramatic, but it's fine. Now I can clean my brush. Because the idea about all this entire thing is just adding the right volume or the right effect. Maybe we have a little bit here and a little bit like this here, like this. And we are not even to see everything. And now I can go to my dark green, adding more like this. And I'm going from up to down on this effect like this. Now I'm going to clean my brush, and I want just black, and I can add some of the separation here. Maybe there are creases or something on the paper itself, like this. Like that. Can have a touch of white. Maybe I can have this here. This here is not right. I feel like it needs more darkness. So I'm just adding a touch of like darkness with the corner of my brush here and there. And I want it to be even darker here. Just adding more. Yeah, dark green color. I'm just adding more of that here now. Going with it up, fixing this line like here. It's not to be like this here, up, like this, something like that. This one here is really hard for me. I don't like this color at all. It feels really artificial to me. So I'm going with this color now with a touch of white and green just to make it more natural. Maybe I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we will see. So here we will have our first segment that is coming like this and down, like this, like this here, and after that it's going to be really dark here. I'm going to make it darker actually with just black. Especially from here, bumping into the inside, yes, it's so much better. I need to understand how this is going to work. I just moved to my round brush, maybe that will give me more control. Let's see. Going with the light green color for the beginning, and here we will have our first segment that is coming here, and I'm just tapping to be like this. It's nice. Like this, yes. And we have just a little bit of a highlight here and highlight there, like this. Maybe darkness inside here. And I can mix this inside like this, yes. Adding more just a green color up here, without, from the tube I mean, like this. Here as well I'm going to make it like this, from this side coming here, up here, yes. And it will be darker down, like here. From this side it's going to be here. I'm going to make a little bit darker on this side here, yes. Maybe just here, like this. And here it's like my main problem. It's just like maybe just one big piece here, like this. And now with this brush, I can just swipe it in the darkness. Yes, that is working greatly now. I can just swipe it into the darkness like this, and that will give me what I was missing here. I can fix this. I can add just black now on my dirty brush, and I can add some darkness here. Again, my black is really thin, like darkness here. And I can use just the tip of my brush just to add these lines here of it. Now I can mix a little bit of gold with my green and a little bit of white maybe. And I want to add here, yeah, all these like from the inside, and I'm just dabbing it. I don't want to get rid of all the darkness, so I'm just adding more dark green, or maybe just more green over that here. Yes, like this. You can have two tones on it from the inside. Now I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going to get just black, and I can fix here the inside. So here we can understand those are coming from here. Just adding these black here, connecting like this. Yes, it is not bad. Now I can go with white, just white, and I can add these swipes here, here, of the lighter color coming down here, 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 like this. If it's too much, again, I can add some green. That's fine. I can go with black. I want it really dark down here. Mixing these colors like this. I want to have this edge here lighter with maybe some green. I can just tap in it like that. It was too dark all over, so I'm just adding even more white like this. It is nice. Now I can go with black, only black, and I can have this stem here coming to this side. Yes. And we are going to fix it more in a minute. That is just the beginning. I'm just adding maybe some gray maybe and green together on my brush. Add another tone here like this. To clean my brush, touch of blue, and I can add a shadow here for this, like this. Yeah, the blue is great. So blue and green. Now I can just fix this like here. The thing that I don't like is here, it feels really what is the word? It feels pointed, and I don't want it to feel like this, so I'm just going to fix this edge here. Yeah, like this. And add more darkness to it. So it's really in the shadow. I don't mind the darkness, actually I really like it. And maybe more green. Over the black, I mean. Yes, like this. I'm going to have some black. Just darken these up here with the green. Get rid of this chalk mark that I have, if I still see that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of white on the brush, and I'm going to have this here white, the edge here and the edge here, whiter, lighter, and maybe a little bit here. You can understand that this is coming like this. It's the shape of this here. Can indicate where it's coming from, the light, and the shape of this object, like here maybe it's coming like this, and here like this. Yeah. And now the stem, I'm going to have some gold, and I'm going to make just here, so we can have the tip of it in a different color, and maybe the gold and the white, it will have some kind of an edge from this side like this. It can just have some strokes, and I wanted to keep dark, so I'm just not adding to anything to it. Now I'm going to add more just white, and I'm adding just white up here and more strokes of white on it like this. Not a lot, just to make it a little bit three-dimensional. Maybe down here like this. Oops, too much. Adding more black. Don't want to lose the phone. And I already did. Lost it. It's fine. Adding more black. I'm going to add a touch of green and dark black and black together now. Yeah, we're just adding these notes here. Yeah, that is good. And just the black from the other side here, because I lost it. Like this. Yes. And maybe some black here, indicate there is a shadow from up or something. Just tapping these here. Yeah, I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to move to the next one. And I'm going just to, with my red color that I did before. No, going with the red color and maybe some black. Just going to do a second coat now. Here in the middle, just to make it a little bit wet. And then I can add some white and actually not white, just the original color. Yeah, like look how vibrant this is. And I can add these sweeps, maybe here, to indicate where the light is coming from. And separate these segments. Maybe this one is catching more light comparing to the other one. Just making these segments here lighter. Here as well. I'm going to be mostly in the shadow, but still. Going to get rid of this choke mark. Adding this highlight only where the segment is. Why is the red one is so much easier than the other one? I don't understand. We'll have this light here. Now I'm going to clean my brush, get the black, touch of black with the dark red that I had before, and I just can add this shadow here, moving from one to the other side, here as well. Those all here will be in the shadow, so I'm just going to darken them. Do a second coat, finish this, yes. Here I'm going to get rid of the choke marks again, like this, yes, nice. Now I'm going to add just black, and I can deepen the shadows here, or this side here. This is really down, and the shadows so like this. Now I can get a little bit of white, and I can do some highlights on these parts here maybe, here, touching more light, catching more light. And it doesn't need to be a lot, it's just going to be something like this. And if it's too much, again, I can go to my original red and mix it out. It will be more dramatic like this. And I will add another touch of white on it, because it was too much for me. Just a teeny tiny bit of white now, and I can have without water if possible, just white, and I can have the swipes of white here, maybe here, like this. It doesn't need to be exact, but something like that. I'm going to get some black and green, like dark green, for the inside here. It's really dark. I'm just tapping it. I'm having just black now, just to indicate where are these. Some of these lines are happening like this here, shadows of these lines, or the creases between them, something like this here. Having, I don't know where is this green coming from. Oh, I used the green before, yeah, of course. Again, just black now. My black is really see-through. It's really hard to control it and see it, but here we are. Something like this, it's fine. Now I'm going with some green, light green for now on my brush, and I'm just going to add the stem here. And I don't want it too big, maybe here, like this. Yeah. Everything is see-through, so I'm going to add a little bit of white. Like this. Now I can add a touch of black to make it darker from the side. Or black, white, and a little bit of green just to make it darker here. Maybe a little bit of blue. Dark blue or something. Needs something. Just to make it in the shadow from this side. Yeah. To add some blue, why not? Yeah. Make it really has a highlight here. Yeah. And maybe not blue, maybe purple. Let's make it streaky as well. Just appear like here. And I just want black. Need to get Mars black. This color is really bad. I hated the Ivory Black. It's not that good, to be honest. Making this like here, yeah. I'm just going to add a little bit of white maybe with green, just to add those here, highlight here and here. Yeah. Just something here extra like this. This is nice, and maybe here as well with white. Just adding some white here and there on this side as well. And maybe black. I feel like here it needs to be black like this. More darkness. Again, we are keep modifying everything that we are making, so it feels to arrive to the satisfactory that we are seeking. And I'm just adding here in this like black and green together on my brush. Because I feel like I lost something and I don't know what it is. Maybe from the beginning it was not the easiest thing to do. I'm just adding, I'm not digging the white parts, adding green over them. I'm adding more green to this stem here after it's like, when it's like now dried. Just adding a little bit of gold on my brush, and I can add these tones here maybe. Yeah, it needed that yellowish tones, I feel. Yeah. I'm going to darken this up. Adding some green over the black, it will dry even darker. Now I can have just the original green, and I can have the segments. The segments here are great. Why are here? They feel really wrong. You have segments here coming like this, and one is like here. One is like here. The other side like this. One is here. Yeah, like this, and 4, and this is here wrong. So yeah, now I can have dark green this side. And I can fix this edge here, like this, yeah. And I don't want highlight up here. I want the highlight only up here, and here it's going to be just green. Yeah, like this. No, just white, and a highlight here, a highlight here. Not too dramatic. And we are seeing just the highlights here, not a lot of things. I am really struggling, I feel. I'm coming back over and over to it. Maybe it's going to work after all. Maybe more black. And green. And maybe it's the shape of it, not the form. Maybe not the colors. Maybe it's just the shape is really wrong. Like from here, yeah, here needed this segment to go from here like this. Yeah. Here, this one. Need to be lighter because it's catching the light up here, and everything else will feel darker to me. So I'm just going to add darkness. Yeah, like this. Just going to add the light green here. Adding now some black from here. Yes. Just to indicate these, the lines or the separation. This one is coming like this. We have one here and one here. Maybe one here. Yes. And now I can get a little bit of white. Just to indicate some shine like here. Yeah, like this. Some lights here, maybe not, a little bit like this, here and here, maybe here, like this. Maybe this is like just like this. Hold up here. Diffuse it a little bit if it's too much. Yes. And for this is again, this needs to be greener. Like this. And this one here needs to be like this, coming like this here. And the green will be like here. I don't want these lines to be too dark on me. Here we will have like a dip on the surface like this, to the light, and here as well, here. It's a little bit tedious, but we need to. I just need to understand. I feel like this here dark great doesn't need much of me. Maybe some lines of just a few lines here. Maybe like this here is catching light, like here, but not a lot. Yes. Like this here, the line with black. Yeah, this here needed to be black, now I can have some white here, yeah. This needed, I needed to have that edge as well, yeah. Like this. But now the edge is too much. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow or the golden color with white and black and green for the inside here. Yes. This. And the black to fix the edge here. This. Go with the green. It's too much. And I can just add this like this. Yes. A little bit of silver on these, like here. Maybe some white as well. The inside. And now just a touch of violet for the shadow here. Like this. Maybe a touch of the violet for the shadow here. Diffuse it with the hand. Like this. That looks great. It's actually like the violet here. Yes. Finally, I am happy with this one. We can just dry our brushes and move to the next step. So the next step, I'm just going to deep the shadows here because I feel like I still need more shadows. I'm just adding black after I dried my canvas. I'm just adding some black here. Maybe just to indicate more darkness. I feel the dramatic effect will like be stronger if I am having more darkness at the beginning. Yes, in the 3 sections I'm keeping some separation between them, but not not here. Just adding the darkness up like this. Yes. And here a little bit of darkness as well, just behind the other one. Yeah, so much better now. Now I can clean my brush, my round brush, and we are going to work a little bit on our objects here, or the shadows, the reflection, I'm sorry. And I just can add a little bit of red. I'm not going to cover the entire thing. Here, just make this really dramatic. Now a little bit with white, and I can have some white, touches of white here, like this. Okay, my brush, I can go to my light green, and again same thing. I'm just going to have some lighter green here, maybe here, not a lot, like this. Nice. Maybe more light green. Here. If I'm having some colors, other color, that is fine. I feel like I'm having some white, some yellow, or it's not yellow, it's the golden color that I have. Now I can clean my brush, get some white, and I can have some white just here, maybe here. It's just sunshine or something from up. Doesn't need to be too much. I'm having too much of it on the brush, like this. Yes, the white is really great. It's adding all these tones over the reflection. Maybe there is some water, maybe it's just the light, who knows. Like this. Tap it on the paper towel, adding more white, like this. Yes, I love this white. The white is really working for me at this point. I can even add, because I can enhance some of these here, because before it was way too wet for me. Oh my god, wet, it was wet. Again, some of that here, maybe here. Some of the white on this side here, maybe like this. Not a lot, I don't want to overdo it. Something like this. I just don't like how this is here happening, so I'm just going to add some dark green, and I just can fix this here, because it's not even fully painted at this point, and I can just fix this, and just black and green together at my brush. Like if it's coming here, it will be somewhere in this vicinity here, like this. Yeah. To have this edge here more illuminated, maybe. Something like this. That is nice. Maybe it's catching light from the other side. So I'm going to add this here, like this. I'm seeing a piece of chalk. I'm going to get rid of it with just a little bit of water, like this. Nice. Maybe here as well. There are some pieces of chalk that are still on the canvas. I'm just going to get rid of them, like this. And yes, this is everything for this step. So that was the last step of our painting. I hope you enjoyed your time with me, and I hope you painted yourself some bell pepper in this dramatic lighting, and I hope to see you again in another video. Bye everybody.